Cappy, Cappies, oh my Cappies, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. I tried to set it up a little bit, like I had some extra time today, so I was like, I'm gonna try and share the view. I'm not gonna try and go outside because it's still hella cold. But at least you can, like see how fucking beautiful it is out here. Oh my God, I can't even. Okay, Cappies. So you have the vessel, the poet, and the thread. And I feel like for my Cappies, this is just kind of this idea of like, I don't know, it feels like broken dreams. Like, am I still connected to my dreams? But I think that what you're uncovering in this process that you are about to endeavor upon is that where the cracks occurred is where it's like that Japanese art, with the bowl that's broken and then you put it back together with gold and it's more beautiful, like that's what this feels like, because I feel like wherever it was that you were feeling like your dreams had been just like shattered and you were like, I'm never really going to get to, like live out my dream. Like that's how that feels. And why so dramatic? Well, because I think that when we have conversations with ourselves. And I don't think that this is exclusive to any sign. I mean, Cappies are very stoic in nature, and yet you are capable of feeling very deeply, and when you are intimately engaged with your own dreams, your own hopes, your own desires, your own passions, like when you look at them and they feel intangible to you, you feel a little shattered, and you feel a little bit like, well, do I really invest my time and energy in this? Do I, do I believe that I can actually achieve this? And I feel like, yes, that was all of those years, months, weeks, whatever, however it resonates for you, decades, that you've spent dreaming about what it is that you would do or how it is that you would do it. But you were frameworking your like what was going to be, and there were issues in the structure as well. I feel like your dreams weren't structurally sound. The structure had to be refabricated, remaneuvered. I don't know, I worked with this person one time and they did I worked with so many small businesses, you guys. So there's not an industry that I have not engaged with. But anyways, this person, they built pergolas. And so, they would have to adjust the pergola according to the house. And they were luxury pergolas, so you had to fancy it up with the rhetoric and, all of that. But the idea, I guess the correlation there would be that you have everything that you need, right? You know the materials, you have the measurements, you have all these things, but for whatever reason, it wasn't structurally fitting into the home. I guess is what we'll say, because this is what's coming through. Pergolas and houses. But I think that you can cut the pipe to measurement, cut the metal to measurement, and still create the, the pergola of your dreams, the luxury pergola of your dreams. I don't know, y'all. I'm just sharing with you what's happening here. But you can make it. You can make it what you want it to be, and I think it'll be even better than what it would have been if you hadn't taken the time. If whatever occurred that broke, because there was a catalyst for this. Whatever occurred that broke, that left you feeling like your dreams were kind of shattered in front of you. They needed to be shattered because they needed to be put back together differently. They weren't put together well. I feel like it was a poor fit somehow in this analogy. And it needed to break before it could be corrected, but it's being corrected with all of the materials that you already had, all of the ideas, all of the dreams, all of the whatever. You're finding the beauty in it. Okay, sorry you guys. This feels very strong, and I feel like I need to like this, like it needs to be clear. you know. But Cappies, I love y'all so fucking much. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day and dreaming big, you know? All right, Cappies. How to stack flip here. Let's see. Yeah, I do. I move in on Saturday. I'm very excited. I'm super excited for two reasons. I start my new job on Monday and I want to be able to like get ready like a normal human being, you know, take a shower, do my makeup, make sure my clothes aren't wrinkled. you know what I mean? Like, oh, I am not trying to be, like, so I'm really feeling very, very blessed and like universe was listening and like I was backed with a lot of like a force of positive energy, and I feel like a lot of that has come from like some of you guys. I feel like a lot of that has come from my family. I feel like a lot of that has come from my friends. I feel like a lot of that has just come from like relocation. you know it's funny because I think that energetically, I know that like astrologically, like there are people who can like be like, this is where you're supposed to live, and have the best experience astrologically. But I feel like I just follow that intuitively, energetically. But I haven't always been aware of like how to do it and like what that means and how that plays itself out. And it's one of the many things that I've been learning as I've been traveling and moving and like revisiting places and like checking in with the energies and seeing like what calibrations, and do you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm very well calibrated here. And again, I feel like I just want to share all of this with you because I feel like that's how you're feeling. You're feeling recalibrated. You're feeling like you can do things that you couldn't do before because it was like oxygen deprivation tanks that you were existing in, like I don't know, I just feel like there was a lot of stress, there was a lot of like there were just a lot of things that you were dealing with constantly that kept you from really being able to like calibrate yourself well. Okay, so cappies. Whatever this issue was, whatever this calibration, this off, the sense of off calibration. I don't know. I don't even really know. I know like I've got cappies here who do know, so it's probably for you. But Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, and Six of Wands. 5, 6, 7. Love that. Because again, whatever that calibration was that was off, whatever that change in the blueprints, the change in the measurements, the change in and however that plays out for you, you're discovering how you can still create your dreams, and it's going to be so much better suited to like what it is that I think you were envisioning, because I don't know why, but I just see a really big like a luxury pergola sitting awkwardly in somebody's yard looking kind of like, well, that should be luxury, but instead it looks trashy. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you didn't measure it out. You didn't, like your dreams got shattered. It didn't work. It didn't look right. It was off. You know what I mean? Because it just, it like, you got ahead of yourself and you were like, this is how it has to be because this is what it's supposed to be. And then lost sight of all of the ways that it could be that would have made it like so much better. You know what I mean? You're seeing how to make it so much better. You're figuring out the measurements. You're figuring out your calibrations. And I just feel like making moves. Like I feel like you're like locking down whatever it is that you're like, no, like I'm going to lock this down. I'm going to see this through. I'm going to remeasure these things and I'm going to fit it to the house and it's going to look fucking fantastic and I'm going to feel like I'm living the luxury life that I intended to live the first time, but like things just kept getting in the way and I was really headstrong on this and da 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 da, like I don't know how that will play out specifically for you guys individually, but I just feel like this relief, this sense of relief that that like what shattered on the ground before you is not, is like, means that you're like that much closer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like that much closer than I was before. I fucking love that. I feel motivated. I feel hyped, you know? That's sick. Okay. Cats. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Well, it's a decision. It's a decision. And again, the Seven of Pentacles is the idea of like, you know, she's ready to give birth, you know, like she's been sitting on that baby for months. And I feel like, Cappies, that's how you feel. Like you've been, well, I don't know, because I think that it'll vary for my Cappies, but I do think that like some of you maybe put something on the back burner because you just didn't have the time, you didn't have the energy, you were, you know, like you had too many other things that you were dealing with. You were putting out fires, you were doing all this stuff. And so you were like, but like while you were doing all of this stuff, you were like, but I'm building this fucking pergola because I want this pergola. This is the analogy that we have. I don't know. So you build the pergola, but like the pergola doesn't fit. It's like, it's awkward. It's kind of like off to the side. It looks a little trashy, right? And you're like, I've got like, I don't, everything else is on hold right now. I need to like deal with this so that like my dream of this luxury, whatever, comes into play, like comes into fruition. Okay. And no, I'm not saying you're dreaming of luxury. Maybe you're dreaming of something very simple and something. It's just like the person that I worked with. You know what I mean? Like, don't take it too literally. These are general reads, right? It's an energy. It's an energy that we're talking about. So the energy is that, you know, you're able to really fit your dreams into your life ultimately, because I feel like you weren't able to fit your dreams into your life because your life didn't have any space for it. And it's like, what do you mean my life doesn't have space for my dreams? You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I get mad at myself sometimes, you know? But I also like, I've discovered I function so much better when it's just like I'm busy. I get so much more accomplished. Well, obviously, because I'm busy, but like I just mean in terms of like even just personal things. I feel like when I get the momentum going, then it's like I'm going. The fires is stoked, you know? But yeah, I think that I again you get that. You know, because you have your goal in mind. You know what it is that you want to do. Like you, again, you know the measurements, you know the calibrations, you know how you need to cut everything to fit it in perfectly to make it what it is that you knew it was supposed to be truly in your heart, but you were like just focused on getting it built instead of focusing on getting it fit in, you know, and I don't know how that plays out for you as an individual. Again, these are general reads and, you know, it can resonate for you in a million and 10 ways because there are a million and 10 different dreams in this world. Plus some, you know, like that's just a random number. I don't know why I like it. It's a lovely round whole number. 10. No, yeah, 1010. No, 1000. Well, whatever. I don't know why. I was just trying to give you a reason. Okay, anyways, moving on. We have the Devil, Capricorn, the Empress, and the Knave of Wands. I don't know, because I kind of feel like this is like a low key, like just like stepping out. Like I didn't make it. It feels like when Beyonce dropped her Lemonade album. There was no marketing. There was no, like this is all changing. There was none of it. It was just like this is so fucking phenomenal. That when I do it, and I feel like part of you is maybe holding it a little bit secret. And I don't know like how secret, you know what I mean, but like it well, now I think of, like somebody writing a book and you're like, well, I'm writing a book, I'm writing a book. And it's like, yeah, you've been writing that book for a long time. And you're like, well, you know, in my spare time, like, I don't know. It's just kind of, I feel like, but when you do, it's like fucking, the story is insane. You know what I mean? The story is like, you know? And you've got the plans. You've got the pergola built in your yard. It just doesn't fit the house. You've not been energetically calibrated with your surroundings. You've like I don't know how all that will resonate for you individually, again, general reads, but whatever this is, I feel like yeah. And it's a good feeling and I love that. Okay, Cappies. The womb. Well, I mean, that's safety, that's security, that's development. That's an area in life where you can calibrate with yourself energetically, just like in terms of where's my attention focused? Where is my energy focused? Like people say your energy is focused. Oh, that's woo. Like, no, if you have somebody in your life who's driving you up the fucking wall and you're angry all of the time, your energy is focused in anger and it's focused on like a situation, a person, a job, whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's energy that drains you, that prevents you from really, it's like that Buddhist saying, like if you throw a pebble into the water, it muddies the water, and like still water, you can see what you're doing. You can think clearly. And I feel like you are in an energy now where you are able to see clearly and move accordingly. And I just feel like aligned with your dreams again. And they're dreams that I think you felt like at one point in time were maybe just shattered on the ground. And I don't know where you're at in that energy. These are general reads and they are timeless. But yeah, Cappies, I love this read. I'm super stoked for it. If this does resonate with you, please do give me a like, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.